I'ma act a damn fool. Yeah. Ooh, I'm about to act a fool. Yeah. Goose got me loose. Roll no patrol. Money in my pocket and I'm all up in the zone. Ooh, I'ma act a damn fool. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new What If video. In this video we'll be doing what if Deku had Code Breaker's abilities. I hope you enjoy, and if you can give this video 10 like kill the part 2. Now enjoy the video. Chapter 1. We start with Deku running from Bakugo and his goons. With that being said, Bakugo yelled out, "I'm gonna kill you for kicking me." Deku thought to himself, crap. Deku said, "I should not have done that." Flashback to this morning. Deku walked into the class and Bakugo saw him and throw a book at him. Bakugo said, well, if it isn't that worthless nobody." Deku looked up at his old best friend and just walked to his seat and sat down for the whole day. Bakugo being tormenting him, so one time he came up to Deku was saying crap about his mother and Deku got super mad to the point they could see steam coming from his nose, so Deku kicked him, and his goons were it hurt the most, and ran off with Bakugo on his knees yelling, "I'm gonna kill you, damn it." Deku heard it, and picked the speed up he was going. End of flashback. He hid behind alleyway, and was gasping for breath. He thought this be far enough, as soon as he said that Bakugo yelled out, "Found you," as he landed in front of Deku. As Bakugo was walking up to Deku, he was taking steps back as Bakugo throws an explosion right at him. But what happened next shocked them both. Deku's left hand was on fire. Not just any fire, but it was blue fire. Bakugo was shocked and didn't know what to say, but Bakugo broke the shocking moment and said, "You think that because you got it work, now that not gonna save you from me kicking her ass?" As he used his explosion to fly towards Deku. As he did this, Deku shot up for into blue flames toward Bakugo, saying, "Get away." Bakugo dodged his attack and said die, shooting his own attack, which Deku barely dodged in time. As they continued to fight, a civilian file in a report so Ryuko the hero left to where they were fighting. As Bakugo was about to land a right hook, Deku ducked underneath him and tried to uppercut them, which Bakugo barely dodged in time. As a pro hero said, "What going on?" They look up in time and saw Ryuko the number 9 hero as she jumped down and asked them both what happening. As they pointed at each other and said he started it. As she shook her head and let them off with a warning as she walked off. Deku couldn't shake the thinking that she was beautiful as he turned beet red while sitting in the alleyway. Bakugo came up to Deku and said, "Get stronger and fight me." Deku looked up at Bakugo and smiled and said, "Okay, when you are ready." Bakugo growled and walked away, but couldn't help but smile. Deku got up and started walking to his house, but while walking you tried to activate his blue flames, which it worked, so Deku ran home to tell his mother the good news. As he got home he slammed the door so hard it almost to the door of the hinges. Aiko got frightened, so she jumped up into the ceiling like a cat, but when she saw it was Deku, it looks like she speed blitzed. She grabbed on Deku so hard he thought that his ribs had been broken. As he said, "Hi mom," she looked up at Deku, classic Aiko style, crying as she said she got worried that something had happened to him, which Deku told her he's fine, but then proceeded to tell her the good news that he had a quirk, which shocked Aiko as she thought that the doctor told her that her son was quirkless. She asked Kensuke to activate his quirk, and with a burst of blue flames Deku activated his quirk. So Aiko was shocked. She then say that they will go that quirk doctor tomorrow. As he went upstairs to shower, once finally finished he went to bed. Time skip. Next day Deku woke and went to the bathroom to brush his teeth and take a shower. Once you had finished he went and put some clothes on and came downstairs saying, "Good morning mom." As she answered, "Good morning Isuku." Deku then proceed to eat breakfast before leave to the quirk doctor, which confirmed her son has quirk. Aiko was happy to hear, but in order for his quirk to work he has oxygen in his lungs to ignite the flames. If he is out of oxygen and try to use his quirk, it might be deadly to him, which Deku proceed to write in his notebook about his quirk and started to make a costume for his hero suit. So they left the quirk doctor and went home. Once home, Ha's mother's phone rang, which means she was called to work, so she got ready and left. She told Deku that she'd be back late tonight, so don't stay up for her, which she said that she supports him in every way possible, which he begins to tear up at hearing it. She then hugs him and then left. Deku got up and think to himself about going to a cafe to relax, because he'll start training for the UA entrance exam. So he went to the cafe and was relaxing, but then noticed a woman crying. He then proceed to walk over to her. Once he reaches her he see it Ryuko and proceeds to ask what happened. She looked at Deku and said that her boyfriend broke up with her for Mount which he asked if she could tell who is her boyfriend, which she said Kamowitz, which shocks Isuku. Why would anyone leave someone beautiful like you? Which she starts to blush as she says thanks. Isuku then said, "Wanna hang out cause I got nothing better to do," which Ryuko then say yes, and then spent the evening together, which she had fun with the green hair guy. and she starts to feel something that she thought she'd never feel again. Deku then, while walking with her Ryuko, he felt something on his head, and when he looked down he saw that it was Ryuko's hands on his. Then he held her hand back, which made her blush, but she continued to hold his hand. Once they reached the train station, she thanked him and kissed him on the cheek and proceeded to leave after Deku goes home to his house and took a bath. Once done, he went to his bed. Next morning, Isuku got out of bed in around 6 in the morning and proceed to do what he normally does in the morning. Once done with that, he left the house and went to the beach, which he is going to clean. So let's say 10 months time skip. Isuku is a buff as in canon and better control of his quirk. He can use it in his hands and legs and even his mouth, and during the 10 months he and Ryuko and got a lot closer. Deku is on the verge of asking her on a date, but after the entrance exam, so Deku went home and rest for the exam tomorrow. Time skip. Next day, Deku woke up early, got ready, ate breakfast, and left for the entrance exam. So Deku then stood in front of UA. He was nervous, so it took him a sec to get himself together. Once he did, he walked in and started the exam. Deku got a 70% on the written part of the test. Now at the physical part, Deku was stretching and was getting ready. Once the gate opened, Deku fly off while the others just stand there. Present Mike yelled, "There's no countdown in a real battle. Go go go." They all ran off. By this time Deku got 15 points and continued to get more and more points. 8 minutes later, Deku has now 71 points. As he was exhausted, he was sitting down on the sidewalk as in the spectating room. Nazu push a big red button as the earth begins to shake as a big robot stood up over all buildings. As Deku was so scared that he barely was able to move as he began to crawl away as he hears screaming from behind him. He looks behind him and sees a brunette hair girl. Deku then got up as his heroic instinct took over him as he flew over to the massive robot as it throws a punch at him. As he dodged it, then goes towards its head, grabbing its head. Then with every ounce of strength he had fired a massive fire blast which incinerated the giant robot head. After doing that, he began to fall out of the sky with the girl he saved catching him, using her quirk to make them lighter. Deku you now really exhausted, after which he passed out. He woke up 2 hours later in Recovery Girl's room after feeling a slight pain in his right arm because of how much power he into that fire blast. Deku then proceeds to go home after getting up and Recovery Girl's telling to take it easy cause he injured himself, after which Deku thanked her and left. He went home and rest for the night. The next day Deku got and text Ryuko telling her to meet him at Goku Cafe at 11 today, which she say, okay it's now 11 now. She has just arrived and she came inside the cafe, which Deku then proceed compliment her on how she looks good. She thanks him and they started to talk on lots of things until Deku grabs her hand, which Deku then asks Ryuko, will you go out with me, which she begin to cry. She smiles and then says yes, and with that being said they then begin to kiss each other passionately, with Ryuko breaking the kiss saying that she being waiting for him to ask, with Deku smiling and sorry for keeping you waiting. Now this the end of this part 1. Hope you enjoy part 2 will be out